Hey there everyone, and welcome to another video. Today's a request video. It's the Orlando International Airport. The entire arrivals process, from stepping off that plane, finding your luggage, and finding transportation. Let's jump into it, starting it off with the airline itself. I was on Delta today, and you can see I was watching a little bit of golf as we were going. You don't need to watch golf. I know some are bored with it. I love it. It was fun to watch the championship on board. Very cool. Now, as we continue on here, you don't have to jump up right away when it stops. It's one of the things that I know I'm so excited. Usually I want to just jump out of my chair when I'm at the Orlando International Airport. But this time, staying seated until it's my turn to stand up. And then once you stand up, you start walking in to the Orlando International Airport. Just like that, we've stepped back into Orlando, Florida. Now, when you first get here, it can be easy to just say, oh my gosh, run and head to, wherever you're going, whether it be private transportation. But don't forget to take the opportunity, use the restroom, maybe grab a snack if you think you're going to be waiting for a while, and don't forget your bag. Now, there are several different terminals here in Orlando International Airport, but this terminal, which I believe is Terminal B, is going to take us back towards the main terminal, where we have to catch a little tram that goes from this section of the airport, think of it that way, towards the main section of the airport. That's the best way to think about it. Like many airports around the country, it's just one long hallway. Either go one way or the other. Pretty tough to get lost here, but you see people who are getting off of your plane headed all in the same direction. You're probably headed in the right direction. Again, restrooms as you go on the left and right, and you can see terminal and baggage claim up ahead. Now, depending on the time of year, you'll see a lot of crowds here, like we do in, I'm going to call this the Delta section of the airport. A lot of people here coming and going from Orlando International, one of the travel hubs of the United States and the world. A lot of people coming in and out of this airport at all times. Now, what I think is very interesting is that you find different food options depending on which terminal you are in. So we're on this side of the airport, meaning that there's a Starbucks, but there's no McDonald's, there's no Chipotle, right? Those kind of areas may be a little bit different depending on which plane you're taking in, right? So if you're taking Delta, you're going to be on this side. If you're going Southwest, which I used to take quite a bit, always McDonald's and Chipotle on that side. This side, we've got Nathan's Hot Dogs as an example, Bahama Breeze, Starbucks on my right coming up, and Auntie Anne's right ahead. So again, everything can be found as well on the Orlando International Airport website and app, which you can download. You can see we've made it now to the terminal and baggage claim trams. These trams will take us to and from the baggage claim. But once we go through a certain point, it'll be through security and we will no longer be able to come back without being screened again. So, very important point. There are two trams. They run intermittently, and you can see by these little barriers here, certain sections are kind of reserved or not functioning. Sometimes it's for international travel. They kind of hold different sections depending, but we're going to make our way onto this tram. This is a good example of what I was talking about here. This tram coming in is actually only meant for international arrivals only. So we cannot get on this tram because it's for those folks who are doing international. Good to know. So sometimes it just varies, depends on the day, the time of year, which planes are coming in from where, but we have to go on the tram on this side. Can't tell you how many times, well, look, it's not just confusing me, it's confusing a lot of other people too, all right? So this is very important. You see those little blue little strips right there, international arrivals only. Do not be concerned if you can't get on one of the trams. It means the other tram is for us. Always a reminder of home when I see this tram coming in and I get to stand on board. I don't know, I feel like if you're going to Disney or maybe Universal, this is the first ride you're officially on. I don't think there's any, quicker ride. This is the first one. Let's go and experience it. All right, Buddy Dyer is welcoming us on the announcements. I've heard that many, many times as we make our way in. There's the terminal that we are leaving behind. And here we go towards the baggage claim terminal. Now, this is a very interesting route because I've actually seen some alligators in the waterways as you cross over here. It can be your first wildlife sighting of Florida. It's only happened to me one time. And all the flights I've taken in and out of the Orlando International Airport, and there have been quite a few. I've seen one. Usually it's like dawn or dusk when you catch alligators out and about, but they are in these waterways, so something to be looking out for. I don't see any today, but we'll always keep our eyes open. Maybe it was this waterway. They move. They definitely move in between them, and you never know when you're going to see them. That's the rule of Florida, by the way. Don't go into any unknown waterways at all. Now we continue following this down towards baggage claim, but we can't film here. TSA. Okay, we've made our way beyond security now. You can see there's two different areas, Terminal A and Terminal B. You can choose either side depending on our ground transportation. But if we're going for bags, we've got to go down the terminal we came in So we came in the Delta side, which is Terminal B. Before we go down that way, though, I want to show you the updated Magic of Disney store here in the central part of the Orlando International Airport. Again, this is like super new because this screen has not been here for the longest time. Oh, the magic is definitely calling us right here. Look at the curved screen, goes all the way around. Definitely take the time to appreciate it. I know you want to run off right away. We all do. But when you first step in, there's actually a lot to see inside, not just this store, but inside all of the airport. I'm going to walk through very briefly here, looking at some of the Mandalorian merchandise, Star Wars. There's Grogu, some Marvel, Deadpool. I see a lot of, those are Deadpool colors right there. Very cool. Buzz Lightyear, Toy Story. Yeah, a lot of families do take this opportunity at the end of the trip to get those last minute gifts that they may have forgotten as they're going through the park and say, you know what, I didn't get something for that one family member or friend. This is that opportunity to do that with the updated Magic of Disney store. Much wider selection in the park, I should note, but still good to have this here. Those little sleeping pillow things, those would be great for a long flight, right? Some of those, I feel like, how do you pack this for home? That's always been my thought. Like, this is big. It's not going to even be tough in my carry-on bag. You know, that'd be tough. So something to think about in advance. If you're in the parks, they can, or even in the resorts, they can ship it sometimes to go home. Ooh, they got this nice bag. I like that one. A lot of great merchandise they have in here, and it's relatively new Magic of Disney store here in the this section of the Orlando International Airport. They even got some 50th merchandise. Great to see. In case you forgot that one piece that you really wanted so badly, they've got it for you here. This one's for $110 at Magic of Disney. Now, if you're thinking about different parks in the Orlando area, they've got those stores too. Just as one example, there are many throughout this this terminal. It goes all the way down there. It's truly amazing. The Universal Orlando Resort is here with tons and tons of fun things. And I would say that at least more, I'd say a little bit more than half of this entire store is Harry Potter. I'm not messing around. Michelle, my sister, and I have stopped in here many times looking at different things that she might want. She's a huge Harry Potter fan. So for her, it's just like, oh, what do I get? So many cool things that, again, you can find a wider selection in Universal. But when you're here, you got that last minute gift or something just to remember, or maybe a notebook for school, whatever it may be. You're able to pick it up when you're here. Love that. Minions too. My brother loves Minions, and I love Jurassic Park so much. Oh my gosh, so cool. Ooh, and the Velocicoaster, I think it is my favorite roller coaster Universal. Is it my favorite in the Orlando area? Oh, that's a tough one. I don't know. If it's yours, let me know. But it's such a smooth coaster. It's hard to say. A lot of Minions there too. Spider-Man. See, they got different things that you know, Marvel you see over in Disney and you see here. But because of the different copyright laws, they have to have the merch and different things. It's very, very interesting to see, right? All right, so that is just a quick look at the Universal Orlando Resort store. Now, let's go head towards where we pick up our bags and ground transportation, because that's really important if you're headed on your way to a park or a resort, or wherever you're going in Central Florida. So here we are walking towards the escalator area. Again, all in the central area of the airport. Elevators you can see are behind, right back there are the elevators. We're gonna take these escalators down one level. Again, we're on the B side. If for any reason we were on the wrong side, we just have to come up these escalators again and head over to the A side. So not hard to get between the two if you get lost, but make sure you know which one you're coming in on, so it's easier for you to find your bag. And here we are, we've made it to baggage claim. You can find the different airlines are listed up here. So if you're looking for a certain airline, super easy to find. They list them all out. Delta, just as an example, would be over there. Find the carousel, find the oversized bag. Make sure you keep that luggage claim ticket with you so that in case you lose anything, you'll be able to find it again, no problem. Now, if you don't have bags, or once you are done with bags, you'll find these escalators and elevators making your way down one more level again. So here we are, baggage claim, elevators, and then here it is, the escalators headed down. So again, this is once you have gotten your bags, or if you don't have bags, I don't travel with bags a lot for shorter trips especially, carry on only, I make my way down one more level. So bag area, one more level is ground transportation. On this level, you'll find all the transportation options that you could possibly want, including, wait, if you're heading on a Royal Caribbean cruise, boom, there is your desk. Don't be afraid to stop by and say hi, because I'm going to go on another Royal Caribbean cruise before you know it. Little fun tip as well. I found that this Starbucks down here on the ground transportation level is less crowded than the Starbucks that you can find on the upper level. Just as a side note, Not sure if it's always going to be that way, but at least since Magical Express has been removed, it has been a lot less crowded. Now down here, you'll also find your rental car pickup area, Hertz, Avis, Budget, all those different services that you know. You continue making your way down, you'll find even more of those services, including the Mirrors shuttle as well, which is all the way down at the very end toward 28B. So all the way where Magical Express was, you'll find the Mirrors Connect, which you can learn more about that at Mirrors Connect. Disney's got more information about it too, but of course Magical Express has changed. Once you know where you're headed, you head outside these doors. Again, they'll direct you, whether it be these different rental car companies or service that you have. You just head on out one of these doors. They all kind of lead in the same direction, and you make your way to one of these buses. Now, if you're not taking one of these buses and instead someone in the area is picking you up, or you're getting an Uber or Lyft or rideshare, you actually have to stay on that other level we talked about. Think of it as 3 levels. This is the ground level. Then level 1 is where you pick up your bags, given the what we're talking about here. And then level 2 would be the main level where you were able to get on the plane and get out of security. That's a good way to think about it. But technically, there's more than that because we're going up these escalators which take us to ticketing. So it gets a little confusing when you try and go backwards. But if you're going down 2 levels after you exit, that's bus transportation. If you're looking for just someone to pick you up in an Uber or Lyft, that's 1 level. I know that can be difficult given my current explanation, so let's just call this level 3. This would be departures, okay? This is where we started. I want to take you back up just so that there's no confusion, okay? This is level 3. Good to know, good reference point. This is where you get your tickets and check your bags, whatever is needed. We're gonna go down these escalators again, the exact same escalators we went down just a minute ago. You can see the central area where security and Magic of Disney's right over there. Security and where you go through TSA to get to your plane. We're gonna take these escalators down one more time, as if we had just come out of TSA. Let's head down one more time, just so I can walk you through in case you're going for an Uber, rideshare, Lyft, or private transportation in your own car, or someone like a friend or family is picking you up. Here we are back at baggage claim. You remember we were here just a moment ago. Once you pick up your bags, if you are going for private transportation in any way, shape, or form, you don't head downstairs at all. You just head out one of these doors here, which will take you to the arrivals pickup area for those in cars who want to pick you up in the arrival section. Now that we're outside, we can let our friends and family know exactly where to pick us up, given these little numbers here. Just tell them the number, where you are, and they'll be able to come pick you up. They'll know exactly where you are. Perfect timing, easy. And just like that, you've got lots of information about the Orlando International Airport. It's not as confusing as you might think. And even though we have a change from the Disney's Magical Express to Mirrors Connect and other forms of transportation, in my opinion, it's a super easy airport to navigate. Remember, I grew up in the DC area, so for me, Reagan and Dulles and BWI, those are a little bit more complicated, right? I feel like this is a simpler, put-together airport. I like it a lot. I feel like it's easy to find your way. Even if you're not 100% sure, there are plenty of signs and a lot of people all around who are happy to help. I sure hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you did, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks as always for being a part of the magic with me, and a huge thanks to our patrons for making it all possible. Until next time, have a magical day and see you real soon.